Factorio. Game audio should already be Factorio. Look at that, there it is. How about that? Technology's great. Ugh. So we'll aim for like 1 a.m. I think it's 2 hours from now for people who are not EST. It's about where we'll shoot for. And as far as what we're doing today, we have a Gleba or a Fulgora base that like kind of does things, sort of, but not very well. And what I would like is a Fulgora base that like actually does things. So we're gonna migrate over to this island today because this island has an enormous amount of buildable space. First thing we're going to need to do to make that happen is set up lightning rod coverage. So we're gonna want you to connect out here. I'm also going to want big power poles to connect this. Oh, come on, you can reach. Yes, you can reach. To connect like that. These accumulators can go. And in fact, I think they can get recycled. Are you my accumulator recycler? You are. You can just go in here and get eaten. And then you're gonna need more big power poles. Where would Styx live? If you were Styx, where would you live? Where would anything live in this base? Oh, here, there. Think. So grab some of these. And then I also need to keep extending this coverage. As well as just building out my accumulator bank. Which we can do with a couple of these substations. There you go. And then the other thing that you need to solve here relatively soon is what you're going to do with all your product overflow. Because you're not going to be able to just pave everything in concrete forever. You're going to be able to do it for a little while. But eventually, you're going to run out of land. And that's when you're going to have a problem. It's just going to be accumulators on that whole island, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Lovely stuff. Am I worried about the logistics grid being able to reach over there? I don't think so. I think I'm going to start a new logistics grid. As far as recyclers go, I could stand to have more. So let's start piling these guys up. Just to burn through a little bit of extra scrap. What are you short on? Plates? We should have tons of spare plates. In the... oh god. Where would they be? Here? Oh. Where does anything live? Oh, wait, you're there. Yeah. Alright. I'm remembering why I hate this base. Because it's impossible to find anything, and nothing makes any sense. I should have steel chests around somewhere, like normal steel chests. No. Alright, well, I'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 active providers. And there's a little bit more. Your logistics grid is still at capacity. So why don't you keep some more flying robot frames coming out? Which is going to involve having engine units available. Let's throw them into there. And then you're short on steel. Well, the easiest way to get steel is just to be junking scrap. And this whole belt is running. Albeit slowly, but it's running. Fulgora Nomad. Why don't you head back to Volcanus? I want you to pick up more drills. Because I think I'm going to need them. And then do you want to set up anything else with quality out here? I don't think so, because what I'd really like to get quality is boilers, which I can sort of do, because I'm starting to build up a surplus of rare iron plates. And obviously I could make rare stone furnaces, because I have rare stone. No, I don't have rare stone. I have rare stone brick. How the hell would I get rare stone? Landfill? Can you scrap landfill? It returns landfill. Alright. I need to figure out how to get stone. Legendary stone. Well, rare stone. What can I make out of stone? Rail? Can I do better? I could just make stone furnaces. That's probably the easiest approach. And then with rare stone furnaces and rare pipe, I can make rare boilers. But I don't need steel to make steam turbines, but I do need a lot of copper plate. And copper plate, I think I'm a little bottlenecked on right now as well. Alright, I'm gonna stick with normal for that, for the time being then. I don't think we're quite ready to scale that up that much. And you still can't supply this whole grid. Why is that? You're making 200 steam. You're outputting 60 per second. You're consuming 60 per second. I think it's because it's not max temperature that the power is lower. So I would just need to add more of these. And I can't add more because the chemical plant doesn't melt ice fast enough. I'm slowly remembering. I'm slowly remembering things about this factory. Holy, 3 accumulators. Yeah, get it going. Adding more recyclers definitely feels like it's picked up the rate at which things are happening, but I really just want to scale this up completely. And what scaling that up completely is going to entail... We did find 1 extra rare steel. Here, this will give us a bit of extra rare steel, because I don't need that. And then I can take that. Give it to you. Oh, you need more. You need 2 more. Okay. Are these all 2s? Yeah, those are all 2s. The next lightning rod I get, I'm setting up over here. I really missed 1 square. No, I can't. I have to run the whole grid over. Like, I need the coverage from the lightning rods. I can't just run it straight over because I need the coverage for the power lines. Yeah, I can't rush this, unfortunately. The only thing that I could really do is add more drills. But you've maxed that belt out, so you need a place to put more recyclers. You'd want to get like quality recyclers, so that they took up less space. I think if we're just patient and we make more logistics runs, we'll be rewarded. Let's just focus on increasing our throughput as much as we can, and the rest should take care of itself. Like, all these machines basically run. Basically. They do have power issues. Maybe the other, you could just expand this out. Like, what if you did this? You know what I'm talking about? How many more chem plants do you want? 2? And then a bunch of steam turbines with copper plates that I can pick up from the battery factory. Now you're going to be short on iron plate, which I can get from the iron plate factory. You should have gears available somewhere else, right? Because you're scrapping gears somewhere. It's here. But where do they go before that? I don't think they go anywhere before that. Give them a storage crate. Here. I don't remember if it tells you if there's a logistics chest filtered for it, but logistic filter here. And then if I go here, yeah, it doesn't tell you. Well, either way, this is going to be our crate for gears. We do have a shortage of 26 of them in the network right now. Oh, yeah. So you should only run if gears are greater than 40 times 50. That's the problem. We want to build up a surplus of gears first. And then once we have a surplus of gears, then we can start thinking about scrapping them. Because in the meantime, I'm just going to eat all the gears out of that box to make the rest of these turbines. So we'll add 3 more U. I think you're using burners here. And you can use burners here because you want them to consume a little bit of fuel. You have the privilege of using burners here. And then 3 pipe. There you go. Supplementary power. But then you need your second chem plant. And I think we're just going to belt ice. Which would mean putting it here, I guess. Dumping it here with just a filter for ice. Dump it here. How much do you consume? Just 1 per second? You can use a normal yellow here. You're getting so much fancier than you actually need to get with this. Just do the thing that makes easy work, and now you've got better backup power. Wonderful stuff. You have more accumulators. Keep those going down. Is that a quality lightning rod? No. You're actually like completely extraneous. We can just kill you. If I dump you in here. You're set to never run. If I dump you in, well, this one is always running. So we'll just dump you in here. I have 7. Eat those. Eat those up. And then you can work on those again. I don't need 7 normal quality lightning rods. Disgusting. I'd rather have rare quality lightning rods. Still need to find you your last steam. But you guys are doing good. Network is overflowing on ice. I need more ice destruction. And I think the only way I can achieve that is just more power. But I haven't exactly given myself room. Is it time for the rocket silo to go? I think it might be time for the rocket silo to go. You were a little ahead of your time. Extend this belt down. 3 more burners, 1 more chem plant. A lot more pipe. Some more belt. I just need to consume more ice. The other thing that I could potentially do with it is cracking. Cracking would use up a ton of water. But then I need something to make out of the petroleum products. Like I need to make sulfuric acid to make blue chips, maybe. That would be a thing. We'll see. We'll think about it. We are consuming additional ice now. Let's see if that clears out this backlog. We're not cleaning it out very quickly. Tell you what, I'll give you a second storage chest. Just so you have a place to put things. You're also going to need a storage chest for fuel. That is your storage chest for fuel. Or at least it's supposed to be. And you're short on batteries because you're short on copper plate. Because you're short on wire. So what are we full on? Still full on holmium. You're at 4,300 greens. But you make greens. So you don't really want to scrap them. You're also at 4,100 batteries. But you're not running. Why? Because you're not requesting batteries. That would be a really good reason why. So if I give you a storage chest for batteries, that should also free up a lot of space in the logistics network. And it'll give us some additional quality copper as it munches through these. And it'll get rid of these regular batteries that we're making over here, turning them into something better, something greater. Now you're making quality plastics. I don't think you're making quality green chips, though. So you can't really think about quality of reds yet. But it's something you could work towards. You have 830 green quality wire. You should be scrapping that as well. Actually, why aren't you scrapping that? Oh, because you're set to less than 8k. Alright, fair enough. I could tweak that. Maybe. I should, probably. How about if you're greater than 200? You're fine at 8k. And you're fine at 8k. Actually, wait, you should never scrap. No, you should scrap. Yeah. You're fine scrapping. Because we make quality copper wire down here. And so it's possible that we could make too much blue wire. We do have a battery coming out. I'll take care of this one. I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I got this one. Thank you. Should probably leave myself a walk. Well, no, I don't need to. I can just walk around the island. Like in the oil sands. Disgusting, but I can do it. And you guys are doing okay. Yeah, maybe I will just do normie lightning rods for a little bit. I'm even going to handcraft it. Quality can be a gradual thing that we build up to. We don't have to be all quality from the start. We can do it gradually. So that should be pretty good coverage on that island. That's fine. It's just a wall. No big deal. Maybe some extra steel plate. Which we appear to be painfully short on. No, we have 1200 lurking somewhere. It must get to sit in another chest. These are passive providers, so they're not actively going to move out steel that they get. That's probably where it's winding up, and then it's also just winding up in here and it's not getting moved out. I hate how these tile. But there's not really anything I can do. And then does a substation reach across here even? Even a substation reaches across here. Great news. So now, let's get the lightning... Let's get a rough lightning grid in place. A very basic lightning rod. And we're going to draw out where we want this power plant to go. Let's go get some concrete on us as well. Really? Where are you hiding it all? I refuse to believe that we used all of it up. We did use all of it up. Holy cow. We've put all of it into refined concrete already. That's great news. You're checking your Steam and notice 2 reviews you left got responses from the developer. They'll do that if it's a smaller indie game. A lot of those developers are really active. So they'll definitely notice. So let's plan out how we want this to look. I think having it next to this ledge is going to look really nice. This is going to be the rough boundary of how far we want this to extend. Obviously, it's going to be very dangerous, so we're going to put some caution tape around it. We're going to have a lot of hot machines in here. And then you make 60, you consume 60. So the ratio is just 1 to 1. We'll go steam turbine. How far does a substation reach? A normal one. Far enough. And then we'll go boiler, 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 inserter, 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 belt. Slide this down so we have room for logistics input, which is going to be a requester chest here, inserting onto a belt here, and then here. I guess we should also have one of you over on this side as well. And then take this, flip it. This is going to be your water intake. You can run it down like this. We'll have chem plants down there somewhere that take care of feeding this thing. And then this should tile. No, you need one more blue belt. Actually, you need a lot more than one blue belt. You need like that many blue belt. It wastes a lot of space in a way that I don't love. So we can fix that by moving this down. Getting substations to go here, where they will just barely touch these inserters. And then this pipe, yeah, it's got the reach. No, but even then, that's not what you want either. You want it like here to tile fully. Yeah. All right. We're cooking on this one. And then how far do you reach? You can fit one more steam boiler. That's what I'm talking about. Here and here. Up to here. Furnace here and here. Steam turbine here and here. And then this is tileable. Yeah, that's what you want. And how many of these can you run? So this consumes 1.8 megawatts. 1 watt is 1 joule per second. Solid fuel is 12 megajoules. So this consumes 1.8 per second. This has 12 in it. 12 divided by 1.8 gives us 6.6. So one solid fuel per second will run almost 7. Let's just say it's 6 because we have the burner inserters to factor in as well. 6 times 45, we could run 270 of these off of one belt. I don't think we're going to be doing that. But I'll round it out until I can't tile it anymore. Whoop. Like about here. Do I manually put my Twitch VODs on YouTube, or does it do it automatically? It can do it automatically, but I do mine manually. I like to have control over the process. Because then I can, like, set up the thumbnails and do the other kind of stuff that I want to do to them. This also means that your decorating is kind of for naught. Oh, and also, how many chem plants is this going to take? You should figure that out. One chem plant can do... No, it's not going to quite be that, because one chem plant is 20. And each of these are 6. You have 54 of them. $54 and 6 is 324. Divided by 20 is 16.2. So I could have 18 chem plants making water. This seems like a needlessly large build. But I need something that consumes excess. And this will definitely consume excess. If there's one thing this does, it's consume excess. Definitely found some hidden gem free games on Steam. I've got one for you. It's called Get Yoked. Y-O-K-E-D. It's not on Steam. It's on itch. But it's a very interesting game, and you might like it. Also, if you're going to slide this thing down, maybe you should take the time to make it, like, ratio good. No, I'll just have it be a big thing. Who cares? Where my chem plants at? God, it actually just all fits so perfectly. 4, 8, 10, 20. That's going to be ice. And the neat thing about this power plant is it's only going to run when there's demand for it. Because turbines are smart. And they don't need to be hooked up to the grid. So we can just let it sit here. And it won't burn extra power if it doesn't need to. It'll automatically adjust to what exists in the accumulators. Which means that we shouldn't really have to worry about power. And then copy this little thing, paste it down here. And that's your power plant. So undo your decoration. Because I think you're going to move it now, based on the way that this power plant is coming together. And I might throw it even further off to the side of the island. Because what if I want to make a second one? I might need even more power. You never know. I'll be taking these, thank you. For all the good they're gonna do me anyway. Wait, they're gonna try and fill up accumulators, actually. These turbines are gonna try and fill accumulators first. Because accumulators just hold any power, it doesn't matter where they come from. This may be the first time ever that anybody uses a power switch. But then I'd also need a latch. And I don't really feel like making a latch. What do I mean by latch? So, if I wanted to... I'll just build it, because I can throw this in the scrapper later. And then give me one accumulator, please. So we have an accumulator that sits here. It doesn't really matter where it sits. We're also, when we're done with it, going to have a power switch. And it doesn't really matter where the power switch sits. It's part of the logistics network. They'll all talk to each other eventually. There's also scrap out here that I missed. So let's get that cleaned up. There's one. Here's a bunch that I missed. Here's a bunch. There's a bunch. Right. It's got coverage, sort of. Don't worry about it. So the idea would be this. We have one power switch, we have one accumulator, we have one turbine. The power switch sits here. It connects to this network. It doesn't even need to connect to that network. It needs to connect to this power grid. And then you would need to connect to some other power grid. Let's just say you. You come across like that. It's currently not turned on. We would also control it via circuit. And the circuit would say read the charge level. The output signal is between 0 to 100. And we would say enable this if the charge level A ever falls below 20. That engages the power switch, and then it would allow this system to push power into the broader network. The problem is that as long as this system is hooked up to this network, this switch will never undo itself. So we would, you know what? Actually, maybe it's easier than I think. No, it's more complicated than I think. Whatever. I'm just going to have this thing be our primary power, and then if we ever run out of solid fuel... Oh, well. You're going to need a shitload of stuff to build this, though. So, number one, save this blueprint. Fulgora power. Create. Put it in the stream blueprints. Next, find a place for it. It's not going to be here. Fulgora power. It sits over here pretty nicely. We could tile this back a ways. Could fit like at least 2 of these things in, maybe even 3. So yeah, we're gonna put it back in the back of this island. What are you carrying? There you go. Give me this about here. And that should give me adequate room for decorating. And yeah, none of this is protected by the lightning grid right now, so we're going to move that over slightly. You can get protection there. You can get protection. How do you want to protect these? I like here and here. Looks kind of cool. It overlaps them, but that's okay. And then how'd you do it down here? You're right, that's a good point. You could go here and here. And then here and here. And then here and here. And then here and here. And that doesn't quite cover everything. You'd also need here and here. And that covers everything. So pick all these up and build them. Those are a little storm damage, but that's fine. We can fix those. Repair these up. And then let's go set up a bot mall back home to take care of the rest of the stuff that we're going to want to build that. So that we don't have to do the rest by hand. That bot mall is going to entail blue inserters. Well, first, am I making assembly 3s? I thought I set up assembly 3s. But it doesn't look like I did. I'd have to set up speed 2s for that. I see why I didn't. Why don't you just do it with AM2s then? And accept the fact that it's not going to be as good as it could be. So you can do one here. You can do one here. You'll need requesters, and you'll need storage. Storage. Requester. Requester. Stop that. storage. I'll clean it out later. You are going to make normal inserters. You are going to be connected to the logistics network, and you are going to be enabled when yellow inserter is less than 50. Request from that chest. You are going to hold yellow inserters only. Give me that stuff from out of that box. Knock yourself out. You're going to be fast inserters. You are going to be fast inserters only. Copy that logistic request over. You are enabled when fast inserter is less than 2,000, because I'm going to be using a lot of fast inserters. Consume. Output. You are going to be making stone furnace, of all things. You are connected to logistics grid. You are going to make stone furnace. You are going to output into storage stone furnace. It goes without saying, we're not going to need a lot of these. Anytime stone furnace is less than 50, you go nuts. I'm going to need boiler, which is also going to take pipe. You're going to need more AM2s. Storage, boiler only. These, again, you're not going to need a ton of. Anytime boiler is less than 50, you're allowed to run. You'll withdraw, you'll put in. We're going to have one of you. You're going to make pipe. You're going to connect to the logistics network. Anytime pipe is less than 100 times 50, you will run. And then I'll go set your requester chest up as soon as I find some extra steel, which is becoming harder and harder to come by, because I don't know where my drones are putting it all. A lot of it is probably in that inserter chest, now that I think about it. I should probably make sure they're not destroying that when they shouldn't be. So you're going to get some of those. And then you are going to make steam turbine. Anytime steam turbine is less than 50, you will be enabled. Your filter is pipe. Your filter is steam turbine. Knock yourself out. And then I also probably need chemical plants. So let's get those started. Iron is starting to deplete as well, which is a good sign. Stone is starting to deplete, which is a good sign. Wait, that's not where stone goes. That's where stone brick goes. This is where stone goes. 8K. Green circuits are filling up. You should talk to the logistics network, and you should be enabled when green circuit is less than 200 times 50. That's when you should run, and you don't need to talk to that, because I know how to use circuits now, and that's great. You're going to come up here, you're going to make chemical plants, we make everything we need for those. One of you, one of you. sequester, storage, logistic filter, chemical plant only. Anytime we have less than 50, you are turned on. Request from that box. And then what are you forgetting? You could also use substations. And then maybe undergrounds? Now you can handcraft undergrounds if you need the undergrounds. That's not a huge deal. Substation, these stack to 50. I'm going to make a lot of these, because we're going to need them. Less than 50 times 40. Off you go. Alright, so these are going to slowly grind through all of the stuff that we need. They're already beginning to spin up. 9 quality accumulators, 2 quality lightning rods. Our gradual upgrade process can begin. What else are you going to need out there? Oh, belts. Let's get belts started as well. You're not making yellow belts right now. Why is that? You should be making yellow belt. And are you ready to turn this whole complex on? I think you might be. I think you may be ready to turn this entire thing. Because it's also going to help drain out water and fuel from your system. Input, output. Input, input. Filter you. Transport belt only. Set you to here. Logistics network connect anytime this is less than 200. You run. Pull some stuff into the network for it. We have a deficit of iron plates now. We have a surplus of solid fuel. We still have a surplus of batteries. Anytime battery is less than 200 times 40. Greater than. We actually don't have a surplus of battery. I mean, I think this whole system just kind of runs right now. We shouldn't have a deficit of plates, because the system is trying to pull plates right now. So they're not, it's not like they're going to get milled into quality armor. I'm getting a little excited, because I think it's possible that our limiting reagent right now might be scrap. Which means that I can just increase the amount of shit that we mine, which is fun and good. And altogether, a positive experience. Although I kind of wish we had belts. Like, enough belts that we could just run blues everywhere. But we do not quite have that right now. We'll get there, though. Can you guys work on building this? Thank you. Progress is coming along nicely. I do think eventually I'm going to want a logistics connection out here, but not yet. I should just ship everything from this island over to this new island and have a train pick up this scrap to get processed on the main island rather than have it happen off island. Alright, you're making yellows. That's good. Can you also start making reds and blues? I know technically these are redundant, but I'm going to keep them the same anyway. Oh, you already had one over there. Never mind. You can go like this, and then you can go like this. So you're going to hold red belt. You're going to hold blue belt. You are going to turn on if red is less than 200. You are going to turn on if blue is less than 100 times 40. You request from here. You request from here. But don't put belt in there, and don't put belt in there. Belt is going to be handled through the storage chest. Off you go. Go forth and produce. So for now, I'm going to leave these grids separated. And I'll show you why shortly. Getting there. Oh, you also need burner inserters. I'm going to leave these grids separated because I actually want that thing to like spin up and buffer its own power first before I tell it about the rest of the world. And also because this base is currently holding its own in terms of power. Yeah, I really am. This is so sad. You ever seen somebody use a logistics bot mold to make burner inserters so they actually get used in your base? Filter, burner, request stuff for burner. Take your 60 belt. You don't have turbines ready yet because pipes are waiting on plates. Yeah, your plates are dire. Your plates are very dire. Take some of the solid fuel with you. We'll start getting more of it when we start scrapping batteries, but batteries are still building their buffer up. Install this belt. Good. You still need a few more chem plants as well. You can have those. So we need more chem plants, more blue belts. We need to pick up our burner inserters, if any actually manage to get made, which is not looking helpful right now. Probably because that thing is going to consume all of the plates known to man. I'm going to have to thieve plates from somebody else. Just to get these done. You'll need a few more chem plants. 5 will actually be plenty, I think. And then you also need ice to get this thing kick-started. Although it looks like ice is starting to go down. Maybe not. Now grab some burners before you leave, because they should craft relatively quickly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Put all these burners down. Put all this belt down. Not quite enough burners. Also not quite enough undergrounds. You can have some ice. Actually, you need a lot of undergrounds. Okay, you have plates in your pocket that you can use. But I think from here on out, you probably want to do the building automatically to get the right things to connect. You're not going to need many more of those. Grab more solid fuel. I don't know where the rest lives, but that's going to be fine for now. And then let's go see if we can get this power plant to turn on and start powering itself. That would involve making sure that we have a pipe connection for water. Which is going to go through to here. And through to there. And then it's going to be a lot of undergrounds. So hopefully broad enough. It's not looking promising. You can make a few more, though. Also noticing these guys are out of electricity grid range. That's fine. I can pull substations over. So at least they're putting something back into the network. And then I need 1, 2, 3 more undergrounds. I'm gonna have just barely enough. We have ice loaded on the belt. We have no solid fuel loaded on the belt yet, but it's waiting. It wants to. You could just hand feed. Oh no, it has loaded some. Yeah, it's grabbed some already. It's just waiting on water to get melted. And if I wanted to speed that up, I could give you some accumulators. Like this. That actually looks kind of smart. And then maybe like a few lights on the end here. Maybe a little checkerboard pattern. Nah, it's not really going to do checkerboard. That's fine. These guys, I can move out to the corners. Obviously, they're going to have hazard under them. Do not stand near a lightning collector. And then I'll move you back out as well. About here. Run you around like that. Just to sort of like buffer the space out a bit. And then where would you want to put lights? Here and here. You copy your Fulgora purple. And then they would also go here and here. Sure. And you are going to melt ice. Knock yourself out. These are going to run. We're going to start producing some very initial power. So now that we've got that done, what we can do is we can set up the miners. Every one of you is going to get your own personal lightning collector. Because I'm pretty sure I can afford it. And it's just going to make my life a lot easier. That said, we do have a lot of ground to go. Oh yeah, you can't tile very well like that. You're going to run all the way out to like here probably, and then turn down. No, you can't make that gap. You're going to be one back. Yeah, you're going to be up to like there. Alright, fine. You're not getting your own personal lightning collectors. Sorry, fun is off the menu. You're getting these instead. These weird little blobs. There we go. Then we'll grab one more U from up here just to protect that last one. Yeah. With that done, actually I need to grab a few more. Mine, 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 and mine. Where are you going? Oh, putting down burners. Alright, sure. Fix that guy up. Fix this guy up. Fix this guy up. Thank you. Nah, you're gonna need more belt for this, and you're going to need more substation. You should also bring more recycler for you on this trip. You're good on inserter, though. Take these. You're not producing anything concerning. Not that concerning. It's just the blue belt factor eating every single plate that we make. That's the only problem. That's the only issue going on there. And I'm also fine with... You didn't bring lightning rod with you. You didn't bring anything to craft it either. You have enough plate to handcraft a few. Oh god. Alright, fine. Go take care of it. Fine, alright, fine. Okay, drones, you win. Happy now? You don't even remember what you came back here for, do you? No, lightning collectors. I remember. Thought I wouldn't remember. You had 4 on you already. Well, I've got more. Alright. Let's bring industry to Fulgora. Let's get some actual production going, shall we? You will cooperate, and you will fit nicely. It's going to look like that. And then we also need a lightning coverage for you, which is going to be all the way out here. Can I fit a 4th one down? I can. Okay. How many of these fill a belt again? 10 per second? That's actually too many. Well, not quite too many, but I'm going to change it slightly. This belt is going to come out this way. And then you're going to go like that. And then I can tile this whole thing, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I need the lightning rods out here, though. This shit is gonna make fucking scrap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's exactly perfect. So this one is gonna come out all the way like this. No, this can be so much tighter. You don't need to run it all the way out there for no reason. Tighten this up. Remember, Fulgora, space at a premium. Back this up to here. Four. Clean this off. And do this instead. But this is probably where you want the balancer to go. Because obviously you're going to run this through an 8-8. Yeah, but you haven't made the splitters or the undergrounds for it yet. That's fine. I can get to that. Oh, it just barely fits. You're so lucky that that goes around that cliff. Alright, that's all your blue belts. Let's go talk to the bot mall about the existence of undergrounds and splitters. Seems prudent at this time. Go ahead and give me an inserter here and an inserter here. You will want a requester here, a requester here, inserters here and here. You will want to be connected to logistics network. You are enabled when splitter less than 50 times 40. You connect to logistics network, enable when underground less than 50 times 40. Oh wait, these don't take, yeah, these don't take blue belts, that's right. Storage here, and then you'll need 2 more storage. Extract, extract. I don't know why we'd have spare copper plate right now. Also, we're out of power, holy shit. Does that mean that the turbines are failing? No, because that's a storage chest. That needs to be a requester chest. And it needs to request ice. I think that's what failed. Yeah, we have 2600 ice in the network. That thing needs to be pulling ice to make water. That's why the turbine shut off. We should not have blackouts happening. And then storage here, storage here. Inserters like this. This storage is for fast transport belt. No, fast underground belt. Just kidding. This storage is for fast splitter. And then we're going to need requesters and 2 more storage chests. Oh, out of electronic circuits. Good thing I've got more of those laying around. Here. Here. Here, here. And here. Yeah, like that. You hold yellow splitter. You hold yellow underground. And then logistics network. Underground less than 50. Splitter less than 50. Red splitter. Red underground less than 50. Red splitter less than 50. And you guys should be good to go. So you request here, you request here, you request here, but not underground. You request here, but not splitter. You request here, but not underground. You request here, but not splitter. And that should turn that process on. Clean these up a little bit. Why are we at a surplus of copper plates? We shouldn't be. Weird. Doesn't matter. This whole base over here is very temporary. I'm not going to be losing any sleep over it. Let's tidy these up while we can. Oh, right, and normal transport routes. You know what? You actually do need to request a normal transport belt, and you also need to request normal transport belt. Otherwise, that's not going to work. Laser turret destroyed. Wow, big attack. Also, why are you, Why are you not requesting repair packs, friend? You have repair packs on board. What's your problem? Enable when repair pack less than 0. Where's my decider combinator for this station? That station doesn't have a decider combinator. So repair pack can't be less than 0 because it isn't seeing repair pack. Also, it's connected to both red and green. What is going on at this train station? This is all wrong. What happened to you? Alright, well if I set you to equal to 0, then you run. So I guess we'll be doing that. Let's do an extra rank of steel plate, and then do an extra round of you, and then one 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 of you. That should keep science busy for a little bit. We still have not successfully made any undergrounds yet, because we have no plates. I'm gonna sneak some plates into you. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anybody I gave you plates. Except I really need these to be undergrounds. It's getting some. Is there anywhere else that I can thieve iron plates from? Yeah. From here. So you make some of those, you make some of these. I can give you a couple spare yellows. But after that, you're on your own. Because I don't need many of these. And in fact, that will probably do it. And after this, I think you're good. So come down here. You're not good. That was not enough. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more blue splitters and 1, 2, 3, 4 more undergrounds. Not quite. $26 will do. 4 will not quite do. But you're short on gears, and we should have a ton of gears. Where would the rest of my gears be lurking? Some would be lurking here. Let's see if that's good enough. That is good enough. Now, where do we want to take this river of scrap? Probably up to here is a nice open area. So now I think we can do this. Here's our 8 wide corner. Right? We're gonna run it up to here is where you level off. No, we want it to be a little further back, like here. And then we want the recycler to output directly onto it. So like here, cover it with a lightning rod temporarily. Just to line your belt up. And then you're gonna run down this way. You can go here. You would want substation. No, you need to be one back from there. Here. Substation can go here so that it doesn't conflict with the belting. No, this whole thing needs to be moved back by one because this belt is in the wrong place. Yeah, I want the belt up by one. So everything here needs to be up by one. Yeah, the substation can come up by one as well. Sure. And then you'll go here, 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 etc. Give you temporary protection. And how fast do these eat? 2.5 per second, and each of these is going to be getting, let's say, 45. 45 divided by 2.5 is 18. So still need to come up by one. There you go. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then we need to take the near side of the belt and move it to the far side of the belt. Which we can do like this. I hate that this thing is so in the way. You know what? It's okay. No, that's not going to be okay, because then it won't tile. Can you move it back by one? I think you can move it back by one. No, because then that one won't cooperate. No, wait, maybe it will. Holy cow, it does. Okay. So you get pulled back by one, you get pulled back by one. You're going to come up like that. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to slide this over by one so that it's symmetrical. Yes, Fulgoro space limited, but sacrifices must be made sometimes. So that is just going to be a river of scrap. Coming out of here. Run you down like this. Put these inserters in. And then we're just going to make a ton of these. 8 of them, in fact. 2. Now, I don't want to sever this grid. This grid is important because it's running the miners. So I'm going to make that connection. Then I can pull this up, and I should be able to run... Now, this isn't going to tile exactly how you want it to, is it? No, it will, it will, it will, it will. Will it, though? No, it's not going to. This needs to go. And you need to include the substations when you tile. Yeah. Yeah. All of this needs to come. This seems very space inefficient. Well, you can fix it later. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will be reprocessing scrap here, my friends. This is what progress looks like. And the power to support this is going to come from this assembly over here. Which is why we built it so huge. So these are now ancillary and can be removed. We need more substation. And we need more lightning collector, which we're probably short on. Oh, we're short on copper cable for. That's fine. We have stockpiles of copper cable. Going. Let's just make 10, just in case. Who knows? Let's grab 100 of you. We are out of recyclers, so we're probably going to want more of those. Out of blue belt, so we're probably going to want more of that. Oh, I don't have any iron. Oh. You're going to have iron very soon. This I can assure you. I can't help but feel like, excuse me? How'd you manage to build one all the way up there? Alright, well, you'll get it replaced, but I'd like you to prioritize the lightning rods, please. You don't quite have enough coverage, so like one here will do, one here will do. And then give them substations, I guess. Just so they can give something back to the network. You're going to need a handful of blue inserters, and you're going to need an extraordinary amount of blue belt. You are not making sufficient blue belt. Also, how are you guys doing? You still have tons of scrap underneath you. That's great. I'm glad you're having a nice time. How big is that scrap deposit that you're working on? It's only 572. We're going to drain that one extremely quickly. And then we might move on to yours and shipping this in through train. But I have no clue how I'm going to get 8 blue belts unloaded off of a train. Maybe you should have thought of that one, actually. There's going to be a lot of trains, my man. Yeah, no, there's going to be a lot of trains, no matter what way you look at it. Also, how fast can you consume items? 864 per second. So it has to do a 180-degree turn to pick up 12 items, right? So 864 divided by 180. It makes 4.8 rotations, but only half of those are going to carry items. So it's actually 2.4 rotations per second times 12, 28. I need 2 stack inserters to clear 1 belt, 1 blue belt. I can do that. That's so doable. What are you short on? Reds, because you're short on plates. I'll get to work. These are important to me. Wonder what's eating all of your plates. Also, did you just say you had no power? Did you run out of solid fuel over here already? No. No water. You ran out of ice. Oh, okay. You ran out of ice. That's fixable. Just look at all. Let's go get that power turned back on. Because you can't be having that. That's currently running my drills. Also, there's a gap in our lightning coverage. There we go. There you go. Knock yourself out. In fact, knock yourself out on both sides. Should maybe let that flow into like a tank or something so that it can build up, but I don't think it really matters. I can't think of a reason why I need to buffer its production. What you got for me? 36. Let's see if I can figure out where my iron is going. There's 2 ways that I get iron. I get it from batteries, which are actually about to hit 8K. So maybe that's part of it. But then I also get it from gears. And gears are at negative 18. So that's definitely a scrap throughput issue. Also, I don't think you run all the way down here. Like, your chest is bereft. You have nothing. Keep working on robot frames, because logistics drones are still backed up. Immediately consumed by the network. Love that. 50. You're gonna need gear wheel and electronic circuit if you want to do that. I just want to make sure that it can actually clear the belt. That's the biggest thing I'm curious about. So let's go find out. So we're going to stub this out past the end. We're going to have active provider, and 2 of you. That's not even close to clearing the belt. How about a 3rd one? Oh, maybe it's because, you know what? I think it's because it's trying to pick up mixed items. I wonder if it would go faster if it had a filter. No, because the belt would have to keep moving. I think this is fine. We can just overbuild. Like, we'll give it 3 more. But then how much do you actually get out of scrap in the first place? Like 12 different kinds of items? Yeah, okay, it doesn't... It does matter. Less is more. Let's see if you can clear 6 inserters with 1 belt. How do you feel about this? It's still not fast enough. Holy shit. Okay. Change of plans then? Change of plan. I wonder if this is too weird. But let's find out. Here's what I'm thinking. Filter. Gears. To the right side. Bulk inserter. Active provider. Gears. Filter. Solid fuel. Right side. I wanted to clean the belt quickly. And so if this is the quickest way to clean a mixed belt that just has a ton of crap on it, then so be it. Oh, you could make it even more compact. Oh, you could make it so much more compact. Concrete. Left side. Your substations are going to get mad about this, but that's fine. You can just squish them closer to the end. And then they'll stop complaining. Actually, you don't even need those there. Next is ice. Left side. Ice. Buffer chest. Next is steel plate. Right side. I feel like this is so excessive, but I also think it might be really neat to watch it run. After steel plate is battery. Left side, battery. Buffer chest. Or active provider chest. You are stone. Right side, stone. For now, be a blue inserter. Left side, advanced circuit. Into buffer chest. Active provider chest. Copper cable, processing unit, low density structure. A holmium ore you can just grab off of here. Yeah. And if you really wanted to keep it symmetrical, that could be a long-handed. So you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so after advanced circuit is copper cable. Right side. Copper cable. Left side, processing unit. Right side, low density structure. And then left side by default should be holmium. So this whole thing should just run. Yeah, look at it go. Alright, I need a couple iron plates to build my longhand inserter. Because holmium should not come through that fast. So we can afford to take a more leisurely pace with that one. If I was an iron plate, where would I find myself? In a requester chest somewhere. Like here? Yeah. Give me one of those. What's the point to sorting it? There's no real point to sorting it. It's just cool. Also, that doesn't do what you want it to do. Fuck. You're right. You have to do this. And then this. And then this. But that's still fine, I guess, in some ways. So does that consume this whole belt now? No, I think you've done your math wrong. I think you've done all your math wrong. What's 2.5 times 9, smart guy? It's 22.5. You have done your math right. This whole belt should move non-stop. Oh, you know what? These are emptying themselves. I bet that... Yep. It has a bunch of spare garbage in it. So it needs to be able to empty that out first, and then it should be able to run full-time. Maybe. Yeah, okay, it's on to the next one. But what bothers me is this belt isn't running smoothly. And I think the reason it's not running smoothly is because when this inserter tries to pick up like 1,000 gears off the belt, there's a delay. Because that many gears can't pass through the splitter at one time. And maybe that'll be resolved because these are going to spit items out in giant stacks. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, you can have stone. And you can have ice. And you can have solid fuel. You can have these advanced circuits. You can have holmium ore, for sure. You can have battery. You can have processing unit. I'm going to keep the concrete on me for decorating later. So I think this is what our main scrap reprocessing facility is going to be. I think we're going to use this template. Is it a little overbuilt with these bulk inserters? Probably. But it's neat. And I think what's important is that something is neat. It's also not space efficient at all. But that's fine. So everything that extends out past this way is also looks really cool on the map. Looks like a little zipper at the end of each one. Yeah, okay, no, I'm coming around on this. This is actually cool. So coming off of all of this is going to be our processing and handling for overflow to make base components. We have to grind gears in order to make iron plates. We have to grind copper cable to get copper plates. We have to grind LDS to get plastic, steel, and copper, and the batteries, and all that other stuff. So that's going to be what we plug in next, and it's going to probably extend all the way out to here. And then on the other side of the grinder, or maybe a little bit to the south of the grinder, on this little plane here, is going to be our bot mall. And then everywhere else on this island, we're going to fill out with little, like, quality builders. And probably in this old city area is where we'll put science manufacture, and then we'll set up, like, some rocket silos over here. I think that's basically how Fulgore is going to play out. So, yeah. The next time we play, we're going to focus on bringing some more inserters over here. We're going to start getting our iron plate throughput up to snuff by grinding these gears into iron plates. We're going to move the belt foundries over here. We're going to move all of our other manufacturing endeavors over here so that we can actually get some meaningful throughput out of our factories instead of just whatever this chaotic mess is. And then we'll rip all this down. We'll figure out a way to get a train out here. We'll figure out a way to plug in a train somewhere on this island. It's probably going to be a series of stops right here. It looks like on this island, and definitely here, and definitely on all of these, and possibly on this one, I should have the room to fit in a 1-2-1. So if we need 8 belts, that's going to be a station with 4 unloading bays, and it's all going to feed into a giant balancer, and there's just going to be a river of scrap that flows right up this island. And I think that's going to look really neat when we're done with it. But that's not going to happen today because I've got to get to bed to get ready for a job interview tomorrow. So if you guys want to check out the progression of the factory, the best way to do that is going to be to hop on the Discord. There are stream pings for when I'm going live, and other bulletins, news updates, etc. for your consideration. I have a VODs channel if you want to catch up what's happened in Factorio in past streams. And then I've also got a YouTube channel if you're a Guild Wars 2 holdover and you're looking for Guild Wars 2 World vs. World information. I'll catch you guys around probably tomorrow. I don't exactly know what my schedule looks like, but I think I can carve out some time to stream tomorrow. But if not, I'll see you guys around Friday for World vs. World Reset and Factorio following that, and then we'll see what we can get done this weekend. But until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good one.